Lobster, you got it back yet? Lobster's a 10, I haven't told you grab it.
This video is brought to you by T-Blocks. Enjoy the content now, but stay for the shilling later. Welcome to Lobster Magnets Review. Not review. Welcome to Lobster Magnet and Friends. Excuse me. Welcome to Lobster Magnet and Friends. I'm here with my Quaker parrot, Captain Crunch. Captain Crunch, you want to say anything? Okay, you're good. And we are here to talk about Dr. Stone, Chapter 53. Eventually we'll have to figure out a way to get Goro to come back so we can do a big old recording of, just discussing about Dr. Stone in all of its super mega hyper glory, hopefully. But until then, I hope you enjoyed that Hunter x Hunter thing where we sat around and talked about the last few chapters for an hour. Hopefully we'll get to do that, something like that similar with Goro at some point soon. But until then, this chapter was freaking great. I was really concerned about this whole arc, about whatchamacallit, the fact that that it was going to be like the Stone Wars, but I'm loving this cell phone arc. This is like Dr. Stone at its best. I love the fact that they were able to build these primitive batteries with just water and sticking in the 2 lead plates. And I guess apparently that's you can store electricity, and now they have their Stone Age battery acquired, and they have the water wheel, and it's just it's really, really effing cool. And there was just lots of great little touches. I love the little scene where they had Kinro and Ginro slapping fists, and Kinro with his glass. I'm really digging the Kinro glasses design, and the little expression on his face was freaking great. Now that they don't have to crank the wheel anymore, and this is just a fun chapter with the gears, and my only issue is that I wish they'd done this Christmas chapter back when it was Christmas. That would have been great, to actually have a real Christmas story. But instead we just get, the kind of, this non-Christmas story that takes place, several months after Christmas, which is a shame, because I did love the scene where they light up the, they bake the light bulbs, and then they basically light an incredible Christmas tree using the power of science and technology, and they all have got their fur coats on, and they look kind of Christmassy with their katanas, and that's my only regret. This would have been an amazing chapter to have 4 months ago, which was just a shame, because we did get a Christmas color spread of Dr. Stone. But I love it, and I love the progression that now that they have these lights, and I also love Chrome's light bulb filament upgrading to an actual light bulb as the concept is introduced to him. That was just a really great visual touch, where when he has an idea, there's a torch. Then once he's introduced to the filament, that becomes what his little signifier for an idea, and then that upgrades to an actual light bulb once he sees the light bulb. And I love the whole science excavation team, that now that they have these portable power generators with light, that they can actually, they're little water powered battery generators, that they can actually go explore deeper recesses of the cave. And that's that Dr. Stone's the best, that you make life livable with these scientific innovations. And by virtue of those scientific innovations, you are able to do other things, as, challenges that could not be overcome in the elements suddenly become applicable. And, these are just great, these are just great little innovations. And, I'm loving it. This was another 9.0 chapter. This was another great, fun chapter, and Dr. Stone is still batting 1,000, and I'm so impressed that the series is still keeping up the fun and enthusiasm and engagement, into this run. And, it's consistently being one of my favorite little things to see each week. And, whenever it's up, I kind of read it first, and, just goes to show you how well it's doing. even though it's only been around for a year, and it's still consistently fun and engaging, and I can't wait for the Dr. Stone anime, and I can't wait to see people wearing the stupid E=MC² Senku costumes once it hits the mainstream, because it's a fucking great series. It's fun, it's bouncy, it's insanely creative. It's like the ultimate fusion of Boichi and iShield 21 guy is working well, and I'm really loving this arc. I can't wait to see once Seku's primitive cell phone or radio transmitter actually debuts. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm sure we'll see it in 4 or 5 chapters. But as long as we keep the scientific innovations coming, this is a great series, great chapter. Another validation of why, if you're not a Dr. Stoner yet, you should get on it, because it's the best. All the Dr. Stoner people are the best. Almost as good as my Captain Crunch is at pooping on me. That's what he's most skilled at. And, just like that, Dr. Stone is very skilled at science innovations. So thank you for hearing me out. And look forward to seeing you next week. And remember, lobsters and tennis, but don't you grab it. Do you like clothes but hate shopping? Then T-Blocks is the subscription service for you. But I know what you're thinking. But Lobster, how is that any different than Loot Crate or the other subscription services? Well, T-Blocks sends you t-shirts, which is clothing, which is actually useful, unlike the useless swag junk that Loot Crate keeps peddling on gullible schmucks. And this isn't just knockoff brand crap. T-Blocks hooks you up with licensed shirts for all the stuff you love, because you need clothes. How else are you going to keep your puny human man flesh protected from the elements? T-shirts are useful for any occasion. Wear them, give them to friends, give them to enemies, knit them together, make a quilt. T-shirts are life. And you know the best part? It'll only cost you $6.99. That's right, you can get 12 shirts sent to you for once a month for only $6.99. And you know what? If ultra cheap licensed goods are too basic for you, then there's also the Community T-Block set, which features original designs from the best up-and-coming artists, so you can keep that hipster street cred. But I'm here to save you even more money! Use the code LOBSTERTBX at checkout, and you'll save 10% on any order. Be a t-shirt wearing god amongst mortals. Use the power of the most expensive seafood to get you the cheapest t-shirts now!